is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Brandon. I love When Calls the Heart.
Hi, I'm Jax, and I like When Calls the Heart.
I'm Dan, and I despise When Calls the Heart, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
What day is it?
Saturday.
We're Saturday again?
Well, last week we were Sunday.
We got it to Saturday. I thought we were going to 5 days a week in 2026.
Well, that was the plan. But, you know, we had a preview show.
We got a preview show.
Yeah, and it's a When Calls.
Love a
But we
preview
also
show.
had more snow. We had to push back. It's
Snow, there's a lot going on here. We're here bright and
we
early.
should be back to our
y'all are-
regularly scheduled programming next week.
Y'all are dadding and teaching so hard and just being all around awesome. Also in a place that is not really designed to receive that much snow.
2 weekends in a row, we just shut it down. I think we may have mentioned this on this program, but people in the north who listen to the show were like, got this massive snowstorm. They're like, our kids were on 1-2 hour delay one day.
Yep.
Our kids were out of school like 8 days. I think they went to school 8 hours in 7 days of school. It was crazy. There's a 3 hour delay, a 2 hour delay, and then 5 days off of school. Like, we don't know what to do. We shut it down. We are in, like, it's just
They're like driving everywhere, and they're like, "Oh, there's
black ice.
black ice on one turn. Shut it down."
But
for
I will say
everyone."
this,
Down.
the problem is our reputation precedes itself because
Yeah.
as soon as it snows, a bunch of rednecks get out there
It's
and they
true.
get on the road and then they wreck. Like, they literally, did you
Yeah,
see
I saw all the
on,
wrecks.
on Saturday that truck that was jackknifed on 80 shut down the interstate? Like,
No.
people get out there like, there's something about the indomitable Southern spirit that goes, it's snowing, the roads are impassable. I've got to go somewhere right now. I've got to leave my house right now.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me not to. And I will say, I do
It's the
feel
same
that.
reason we didn't wear masks
Yeah,
during COVID.
it's so
It's
stupid.
like we can't. I mean, I'd rather
don't need
die.
that.
I would rather die.
That's right. Yeah, I will say
Then be
this.
told what
when
to
it
do.
when it snows and I know I can't go anywhere, I feel an immediate need to be like, I wonder if I could drive it. I do. Now
I wonder if I could drive it.
I do. I do feel that in my bones. I'm like, I wonder if I could get down to Spinks for a Diet Coke, but I don't do it. Like I in my brain, I process through that's stupid. But a lot of people, I think, just go, I wonder if I could do it, and then they go and try it, and
They
then
try it.
yeah, and then this is what happens. We don't have school for 100 days.
I drove
Wait,
to a
so
hill
legit-
on Saturday. I drove
for
to a
you.
hill.
You did
It was
it.
fine. I mean, it was
Congrats.
just in the
Turkey Hill?
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Did you guys,
I drove to Turkey Hill.
Oh man, the ice cream
Yeah,
sounds good.
and we just drove
wait,
right
did
in.
you really drive to
No,
Turkey
I didn't
Hill?
drive the Turkey
Where'd
Hill.
you drive? What
Just a
drive?
hill to sled.
Oh, to sled.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
The hill, I thought it was like what you call Turkey Hill.
No,
Yeah, I drove to the hill. We're talking about When Calls the Heart season 13,
Sure
episode
are.
5 today, which, good news, we are still having an episode. It airs tonight, though, because of
Saturday,
Super Bowl
that's Super Bowl
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah,
In
That's
the
right.
past, they've taken a week off for Super Bowl, not this time.
No. This is
So,
important stuff
this
because
is
we
exactly-
gotta launch our new show.
That's right, on
and
the 21st.
That's got to coincide with them finishing.
Which, by the
this
way,
show.
I saw that first little teaser they put out.
I have not seen it, nor do I care to. But
I'm pretty.
You know, I gotta say on this one, I'm with Dan.
yeah.
Well, we know why, but Hallmark, but they're sticking with Hallmark Plus. They're sticking with Hallmark Plus.
They're
They
gonna
have
put it on the network.
I don't know.
I will say
They-
this,
guys, they don't stick with anything. Now they're getting rid of all their unscripted programming, except for Erin Cahill's show, which I'm super excited about. But then that's just
aren't
like,
they
what's
getting?
happening.
I thought Finding Mr. Christmas
Are
got
they
a third
not? Are they
season.
not up in it?
Did you guys not see the article?
I have not seen the article.
They're David, the head of who was the head of
David.
Unscripted, who we all know and love.
Yep.
They're
David.
moving him into a different role and basically collapsing the unscripted in its entirety.
So
Did you
no,
guys
there's
see the
not going to be
article?
any more like any of that stuff.
They didn't say, but they made it sound like they were shutting it down.
I got it.
Message our boy JB.
Yeah,
Let's
they
get- let's
could
get-
have like contacted, you don't
need a head of unscripted to do like a couple of unscripted
right.
shows
So
a
maybe
year. Yeah.
that's what that they will do.
It can
but
still
they,
be a part of their original
they
programming.
acted like they
team.
were shutting it down, but then they announced new stuff. So who
It hasn't been.
knows?
So Erin, what's Erin Cahill's show?
It's a really cute show about moms, like Mother of the Bride or something like that, premiering in May.
Oh, great.
Well,
I
so
know of
they'd already
another-
made it, basically.
I know of
That's
another
why they didn't-
unscripted show that they haven't announced yet. I wonder if it's happening.
You talking about Tanner and the Boys?
Talk about Tanner and the Boys.
That's
I
crazy.
love Tanner and the Boys.
I know.
know, right?
They were going to get
Yeah.
their own thing.
Man,
Follow them around.
It's unbelievable. I will say this. You saying you're excited about the spinoff, which takes place in the late 1800s, is hysterical to me. Like, there's not a show that's less designed for you than this show.
That's true.
But it's got Ayers and Lynn's in it. Is
Yeah.
that it? Is that the basic?
I get it. They're both very good
That
actors.
is it. And the teaser that I saw was like before Hope Valley and before Coal Valley.
There you go. They're getting out in front of it.
Is that what they said?
They're getting
They're getting out in
before.
front of it.
It's
Okay.
before.
You
I don't
know
think
what?
it takes place. It doesn't take place in Hope Valley. I think it's about a journey
Do you?
to
Am I making this up, or did they?
before
When they named the town Hope Valley and they took away Coal Valley, don't they give like a two? Sheila would know this. Don't they
I love
in
her.
the show, like season whatever season that is?
season 1.
They do Hope Valley in season
I think
one.
it's the end of season 1.
Don't they uncover some history that it used? Am I making this up? Am I retconning this? Like, don't
Finish your sentence and
they
then
give
I'll
it?
tell
They
you.
give a line or like some sort of like one-off where they're like, this town before it was a coal mining town used to be called this, or did I make that up entirely just to make it make sense?
We'll go
Maybe
with
I
it.
made it up entirely.
No, but I'm intrigued. To be honest with you, I don't remember not a lick.
I the only thing that I remember about When Calls the Heart season 1 is how different the wardrobe was. Because every time I Googled a show, for some reason, like season 1 pops up,
Yes.
and I see like what Elizabeth was wearing in season 1 compared to now. It's like it's just a complete like they gave up on that. It's just like
They did.
completely different.
Oh yeah.
They did. They were like, we don't need to do this. We can be anachronistic.
And I don't want to get out in front of today's episode. I mean, I know we're up against it, but if season 1 folks and writers could see them talking about evolution, they would be rolling over in their
Dinosaur.
graves.
You're a dinosaur. All right, When Calls the Heart season 13, episode 5. It's called.
Dig them up.
I'll give you a hint. It is the name of a classic TV sitcom.
Golden Girls.
Ooh, close.
The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
No,
I Love Lucy.
no,
Three's Company?
no.
Dinosaurs.
What's happening?
Dinosaurs is great.
Great.
Don't
No.
sleep on dinosaurs.
No. What's a
Took me
big,
too long to get
What's
there.
a big part of this episode? What are they doing?
Digging.
Yes.
Planting a tree.
Okay.
What are we doing right now? Just
And
tell
what?
me the
How does
name
a
of this.
tree? What happens to a tree?
It
A
grows.
tree grows in Brooklyn.
It
Growing pains.
Growing pains.
Ugh.
Great work, everybody.
Classic sitcom.
Great.
We putting quotes on classic.
I don't know, man. It's a. And
Kirk Cameron's not been in a classic.
I
either.
was gonna say someone ruined it for me.
Yeah,
Everything else
yeah,
that it
yeah.
was great.
he was cute for a second, guys.
He was.
Remember we watched that decom where he shook his butt?
I remember. Nope, that's exactly what happened.
He's
You
a dog.
lucky dog.
He's a dog.
As an adult,
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a dog. He becomes a dog.
He goes to a dog, he shakes his butt.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the Lord allowed that.
Well. February 1st, and went a little something like this. Elizabeth is talking to little Jack about how brave he is. But little Jack, using that bravery, speaks up and says, I don't want to be little Jack anymore.
It's big news.
I'm not little. For now on, I would like to be known as LG.
LJ.
LJ.
LG.
LG
Little
TV.
Giant. LJ.
Yeah, LJ.
Which is short for.
Little Jack. But it's different.
I'm not little. Call me LJ, which is a shorter version of Little Jack.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm
If
with
you want to get away from little,
Right.
wouldn't you suggest?
No, I brought it up with the writers ASAP. Right away. When
ASAP.
I saw this in the script, I said, this is ridiculous.
Little Jack.
That's what I'm saying.
LJ.
Yes.
That does.
That's what
it gives Little Jack, right?
Yeah. I pushed for BJ. Big
Well,
Jack.
Big Jack. Yes, BJ.
They
yes.
said they
You
won't
pushed
go
BJ.
for that.
You pushed for BJ.
I
of course.
They said we're not doing that.
Not doing Big Jack.
Not doing BJ.
Big Jack, maybe in a few years, maybe season 18.
We're
Big
not
Jack.
doing BJ. It's on When Calls the Heart.
Not
That's
doing
what they
BJ.
said.
You pushed for BJ. They said no.
Right.
Big Jack was out.
BJ out.
What about Hungry Jack? Like the biscuits.
Oh, I love those biscuits.
HJ.
HJ.
All right, I gotta go.
Jax is ahead of me. I wasn't going to say it, but Jax said it. It was great. I was willing to make a subtle joke.
I wasn't about to allow it.
And Jax was like, "What if I said? What if I went? What if I did?
What if I just made it obvious to
What
everyone?
if I made sure I got out in front of it?"
Lee shows Gwen his plans to rebuild Benson Hill. Is it Benson Hills?
Benson Hills, yes.
Okay, I didn't know it was Benson Hill. That's Benson Hill. That's the hill I drove
hill
to.
of Benson.
The Turkey Hill.
Yes.
Rosemary bought Gwen overalls. She digs them. So Rosemary's starting to figure out the style of Gwen. Nathan notices how much Allie cares for Ollie. And he's not thrilled by this. Gowan is talking to his son, who has good news. He got a promotion at the electric company. Did you ever buy the electric company at Monopoly?
Yeah, I mean, when I could, if you could own that with all the utilities,
course.
you definitely do it. You're trying to bankrupt everyone. That's America's oldest game.
That's exactly right. Get that monocle out and
Do your thing.
do your thing.
Yeah.
He asks.
Did you wear a monocle when you played Monopoly?
100%?
Okay. I did too. I was just asking.
Did yours? Yours. It comes with it.
It comes with a monocle.
Right.
Yes.
Guys, we gotta go. We're up against it. He asked if Gowan would give the father of the groom toast, and Gowan couldn't be happier about this because it's like he's getting married. Cooper and Toby show up late to class, haven't done their assignment. Their shoes are dirty. What's up with these boys? Lee makes his pitch to the city council. I think the council of people about his rebuilding plan for Benson Hills, and it goes well. Lee and Nathan are looking at the fire pit in the woods that potentially started the fire when Ollie comes across a fossil. He is pumped. Bill is more pumped. But they also find some cement, something weird going on. But there's, what is this? What's going on here? They bring Gowan in to look at it because, Gowan knows stuff. And he's like, it's probably nothing. Like, there's been different towers and whatnot that have been, constructed and torn down many times. And so who knows what this is. Elizabeth sees the boys walking to the woods with some gear, and she's like, uh-oh, here comes another fire. She follows them just to kind of see what they're up to. Turns out they're planting trees. They want to right their wrong, and so Elizabeth starts to help them. Nathan is a grump in this episode because of how much time Allie and Ollie are spending together. When he finds them talking during work hours, he gets after Ollie about being responsible and being worthy of work. Worthy of work.
Of course, yes.
It's just about the work. Lee comes home with good news. He got the job.
Oh, good.
Gwen hands him a drawing of her house and asks him to rebuild it just like it was, cracked window and all. Allie, Ollie, and Bill go out to the woods to dig for fossils. This causes Allie to be late for dinner. Nathan is not happy about this. He snaps at her and then feels bad about it afterwards. So he goes to talk to, not her, Elizabeth about what happens. Kind of get that lady perspective. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
Lee is showing Rosemary some more plans when he drops his pencil. Something is happening. She rushes him to Dr. Faith. Nathan and Allie make up, and she's like, I don't know why you think that anything's going on with Ollie.
Why would you think that?
Is it
my acting?
Well, you think I'm in love with Ollie? At school, Dan. At school.
Doing a really good job of indicating that she's into Ollie. Dan's just noting that she wants us to know.
that if her performance was designed to make me think she had a crush on Ollie, then she did get that across.
There you go. And sometimes in acting they say don't indicate.
That's right.
But you know what? Everyone feels differently about it.
Yeah.
But we definitely know. We know how she
if you're
feels
gonna
about it.
have one note, at least it's the note that's from the script.
There you go.
Exactly.
At the doctor's, Lee is relieved to find out that he didn't have a heart attack. Faith believes he had an anxiety attack, and he's like, what's that? She tells him he has to stop working so hard. Maybe, just maybe, having hundreds of jobs isn't good for you. So he decides that he's going to take doctor's orders and get some rest by gathering the entire town together to plant trees. Of
course.
Rest.
Rest,
Yes,
yes.
what he knows how to do. The episode ends with Gowan seeing his son packing up very quickly. He claims that he has a meeting that he has to get to, but then Gowan sees some cement in his truck. Uh-oh! And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart, Season 13, Episode 5, Kirk Cameron.
Pains. We did it.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to break this episode down here on
Deck the Hallmark. Whenever you're
It's
ready.
just frozen. It's
Whenever
frozen.
you're ready, you hit it.
It's frozen.
Whenever you're ready.
It's a longer break today. We needed that.
You'd think
though.
we'd buy a new board. We just don't.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's great to be here today talking about When Calls the Heart, Season 13, Episode.
Five.
Five.
Already? We're under halfway done still?
That's exactly right.
Oh,
It's time for us to
nice.
share our thoughts on this
I
episode.
feel like we've been at. I'm enjoying myself, but I do feel like we've been at it for a while.
Yeah,
Sorry,
well,
Bianca.
the good news is we have another show right after this.
Yes.
When's Way Home coming back? we
Whenever
know yet?
this ends, March, right?
No, I don't think it is coming out in March. I think it's
Later,
later because
because it's the final season.
of Hope Valley.
When Hope, yes.
1874.
On the way.
Anyway, it's time for us to share our thoughts on this. We're going to start with a hot take. It's where we share exactly how we felt about this episode. We do not hold back, and I will start with you, Jax. Jax, what'd you think? Growing Pains.
Well, my goodness gracious, Dan, I think we can rest easy. In this
Uh-huh.
episode, Gwen gets her overalls.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me with this young
Adorbs.
lady? I think she is darling. I also think that it is bringing out so many interesting family dynamics with Lee and with Rosemary. We're really getting to see them parent. Like, look, Goldie, she is an absolute cutie pie.
Sure.
But, you know, she's a toddler. We can't do a ton with her on the TV show. There's
No.
plenty to do with toddlers in real life, but we can't be showing the terrible twos and the tantrums and all
no
that
one
stuff
wants
that's going on
that.
in
No
Hope
one wants
Valley.
that.
No.
No. So I think that Gwen is so delightful. I think that we're getting to see a whole new side of Lee. Rosemary's growing. That is all beautiful. The LJ of it all, I said, please don't make LJ happen. LJ is happening. LJ is happening.
Jax is like, don't do
I was
it.
so
I'm with
I
you
was-
on this
I was
one,
devastated.
Jax. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
I think we all are.
I hate
Thank
it.
you.
I hate it so
Remember
much.
when I said when Bill Avery called him LJ, I was like, please let's not do this.
Right.
Please let's not do
Right.
this. Here we are.
Gosh, I love Bill, though.
I do love Bill. I do love Bill.
know
but
you do.
No, thank you. I love Bill so much that I would be thrilled if he crashed a date with me and Alex, but that's for other reasons. Anyway, but never mind. All I'm saying is then he crashes Allie and all. I shouldn't have said it. Cut it.
This is the dirtiest episode of When Calls the Heart Deck the Hallmark we've ever done. And it's all because of Jax. I want to be clear. I know what LJ did when he came on, but I thought that was subtle enough.
No, what else
But
it was. And
what
then me
Jax
too.
has said on this episode is the dirtiest thing we've ever done.
Well, you know what? I just really like to bring it to the forefront in case no one's understanding. In case everyone's as slow on the uptake as I am, I need to really spell it out as soon as I understand it. I'm like, oh, hungry Jack.
You are to podcasting as Allie is to acting.
I really am.
Like you want it all out. You want it all out there. You want it all out.
Honestly,
That was
and
good.
girl, I appreciate it. We don't always need subtlety. You
man.
leave that to leave that to
Yeah.
the greats, like Meryl Streep and the two of you guys. you
And,
guys
and
can
Deck
be
the Hallmark.
subtle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
But this was a fun, interesting episode. Also, I am so intrigued. / might need you guys to explain to me what's going on with Gowan's son because he's responsible for the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we know it
Oh,
wasn't
I don't
Toby
li-
and
I don't-
Cooper.
So I think
We know it wasn't them, but guys, honestly, it bums me out because
How did-
I kind of just thought it was going to be a
Yeah. My theory of sorts, Jax, is
Yeah.
is that, you know, he talks about how he got a promotion because of how, you know, basically like how quickly he's been helping the company expand and like getting
Yeah.
stuff up. So I think maybe he rushed the work and then a fire started, and he tried to cover it up. It is weird. Like, I don't understand the cement part of it. Like, did the tower burn down? It was like an electrical tower, I'm guessing, because that's just the line of work that he's in. And they were doing the electrical work in the national park, if you recall. That's why he came in the first place. And so I don't know if something that he had put in place, whether it's a tower, whether it's some sort of electrical box or something, burned, and he tried to cover it up, and he left some cement behind. I don't know. That part I'm not sure about, but I do think that something that he did trying to go fast because he's trying to like get promotion is what caused the fire. That's my...
So nothing nefarious, but absolutely neglectful.
I don't think nefarious, but he is his father's son.
But he's letting it... I will say this. We can say nothing nefarious a bunch to make us all feel better. He's letting two 14-year-olds take the fall
Nothing nefarious on the front end.
Yeah. No.
But
it's almost worse.
It's back in nefarious.
Yeah. It's you. If you let two 14-year-olds feel like their life is ruined because they ruined everyone else's life.
He did look sad when he got that information, though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he looks sad, everybody.
Which makes him a good man in my book.
There you go. That's all it takes.
He looks sad.
There you go.
Anything else?
No. I'm intrigued to see where we're going and what are they going to do tonight before Super Bowl Sunday.
This is the big one.
It's a football-themed episode.
Yeah.
The baseball one.
I like the episode, and I like this. I like the season so far as a whole. I think that this is one of the better seasons that we've had in a while on When Goes the Heart. I think there's stuff happening every week that's keeping me engaged and intrigued. And that's all that I can really ask for this show, because there's been seasons where by and large every episode I'm sleeping through it. And that's not the case this season. There's enough going on, and this central plot point of who started the fire is not like the most exciting thing in the world, but it is engaging enough, and like I'm intrigued to see. They're not giving us all of the answers yet. And that's really all that I can ask for from When Goes the Heart, is to give me a little something like that lasts more than 2 episodes to keep me intrigued and engaged. So they're doing it. And the addition of Gwen has been wonderful. This episode I liked because I really felt like Cavan did a great job. It was nice to see Cavan Smith really... This was his episode to do his thing, and I thought that he did a good job. You don't agree?
I don't agree. It was Cavan's episode.
What do you mean?
This episode is over half of it is Ollie and Allie, and they rush a panic attack that didn't exist until 1980. I disagree. Full stop with it being Cavan's episode. That's absurd.
Well, I've chosen to forget about Allie.
So that's my thing is this is my hot take on this episode is that thank God we had an Ollie and Allie episode. We all needed that. I could not care less about these two. In fact, of the actors in this show, these are the two I really don't want to see a subplot about. And over half of this episode is those two or the fallout of those two Kevin McGarry and Erin Krakow. So it's like probably close to 25 minutes of 42 minutes of television. And I hated every single second of that. Now,
it's wearing me down. Like I'm kind of enjoying.
I hate it. I hate.
I'm with you, Brad.
I know I shouldn't.
But it's so bad.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Brad. But Dan, can you imagine these table reads where these scripts get put out and then Martin Cummins has his couple lines and then Allie and Ollie are just reading through all theirs. And Martin's like, what's happening?
I don't know.
He's like, what's happening?
Martin sat through 100+ episodes of Riverdale table reads. I think he's just fine with these plot points.
But I want to be clear. I also think the panic attack thing is very dumb for a character who has got 1,000 storylines and has always handled them flawlessly, and panic attacks just fundamentally did not exist in 1922. They did, but we just said suck it up and get better and be better.
Yes,
like they
didn't call them
like this is absurd, and it's just the worst version of When Calls the Heart retconning. Everything else in this episode I really did like a lot. The problem is everything else is 10 minutes. we'll get to it. I don't want to spoil my feels. I will get to that in a minute. They really utilize a very interesting part of history in this episode that I'll talk about in my feels.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
The Gwen stuff is great. The overall scene was amazing. The idea of a community all pitching in to do something together, regardless of your socioeconomic status, is pretty awesome. And it didn't exist like this back then, but to think that it would have, that's the best version of When Calls the Heart retconning. So all of the sideshow stories of this, I don't care about who started the fire. We knew it wasn't Toby and Cooper. The fact that they make it this guy there, I don't care. I don't care about that. But the Toby and Cooper wanting to replant trees, the Gwen of it all, the one other thing that I'm going to talk about in my feels, all of these like 8 to 12 minutes of sideshows in this episode, I actually think is kind of the best of what When Calls the Heart has to offer. Ollie and Allie, please, guys, can we not
do more?
Do another 20? Can that be a 2-minute instead of 20-minute thing? Please, guys.
Again, it's called character development, brother.
It isn't. Well, not with those two on screen. It's not. It's also my least favorite version of Krakow and McGarry. I don't need to see them anymore do this thing where like Kevin McGarry's such a good actor. For him to do this thing where he's got to like get angry about, it's so just like every 1980s TV sitcom did this. I just hate it. I hate it, and I don't need it from a show that's never even tried to be that. And I don't need, that was such a downer because the rest of this episode was what you're saying. I don't like I want to be very clear. When this show's bad, I'm going to tell you it's bad, and it usually is bad. The stuff about like the community working together and the Gwen storyline and and also the Lucas, why can't I think of her name?
Edie.
The Lucas Evie stuff, which hasn't gotten a mention yet. Holy cow.
Because it doesn't matter.
Can these two get
Don't worry, it's my
Can
feel.
these two get a room? Like, that's the best of this show. Like, the scene where he's like, may I? And grabs the 2 boxes. That's the best this show's maybe ever been. Like, her reaction, that's the best this show's ever been. So, like, there's 10 or 12 minutes of this show that I was like, all right, okay. And then there's 30 that I'm like, dear God, what are we doing? So that's where I am, which is actually better ratio than normal. And Martin Cummins got promoted from background actor to, I guess, recurring role this week. So good for him.
It's time for all the feels where we talk about what in this episode gave us feels. I'll start with you, Jax.
Well, yeah. Edie and Lucas. First of all, I love.
They're in a different show.
They
They're
are
unreal.
in
A better show.
We have When Calls the Heart, and then we have this weird like softcore porn side plot going on between those two. And it's like I don't even know where to put that in this.
But you know what's
synopsis.
crazy is he never had, and he and Aaron Krakow were fine together. He never had that chemistry with Aaron Krakow. Holy moly.
You know what? You know what's funny though? I actually, Bran, I will be the first person to see when I see softcore porn. I'll even see it when no one else sees it.
You'll be the first to say it.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to say
Not this week.
Not
Ran
this
was.
week. I remember like the Nathan Elizabeth stuff where I was like, oh, let me shut that window and all that stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I thought that was more in that vein. This, I just see like a real attraction, but almost like a genuine restraint where they're not playing at it. Like you just feel like it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's subtle. It's very evident, but it's also evident to me that they're not trying to indicate or show us that it's there. It's just there. And moving furniture, it's also funny. And then when Edie, who has been justifiably so, a bit of a tough cookie because Lucas has disappointed her, and she's a woman who knows her own mind and is not going to do something for no man.
She's a woman. She's used to be disappointed by men.
She's a woman.
She's a woman. She will be disappointed by man. Just the way it is. When she so vulnerably says to him that part of the reason I stayed was for you, get out of here with that. Like she's so good. And then of course, big feels for Gwen saying, my God, don't cry, don't cry, that she wants the little crack in her window.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Whoa, woof.
Yeah.
I was like, this, I think, how am I going to say this?
Here we go.
The better, there are some actors here who are operating next level, like the woman who plays Edie, like the young actress who plays
Edie and Gwen absolutely stole this episode from a performance
really are
perspective, and they
they're
did
next
it in under 10 minutes of screen time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it really lets you know that. I mean, I think the writing for them is good as well, but it really is like they can elevate it. So
Well, and you talk about
I'm really
you
happy
talk
about
about indicating when early on in the episode when he's showing her his new plans for Benson Hills, and you can tell that she's not saying anything, but you know there's something about it that she's not happy about. And then to bring it back to, she just kind of wants things to go back to the way they were. And like, I just want my house with the crack in the window. Like I don't need a new, I don't need new whatever.
Yeah.
I just need a crack in the window.
That's Miranda McDougal is who plays Edie.
The Dukes.
Miranda McDougal.
We call her the Dukes.
McDougal.
Okay, we're up against it. Bill being excited about fossils all day long, brother. I loved it. This is my favorite Bill. When Bill just gets to kind of just be like, oh, wacky Bill. I love it so much. And I talked about it. I think it was last week. I'm, sad that we're not getting more Bill and Ollie together. This fun, like we're roommates now type thing. Like we got like just a smidge of it in this episode. I especially loved when they're in the mercantile.
Yes, you got it.
And Bill is like, we're going to go and we're going to like dig for fossils. He leaves. And then like 3 seconds later, he's like, come on. Great. Love it. Great job. Great job. Made me very happy. What I did not like, what gave me ick feels, and we, this was just, the one episode of a season where Nathan is like, my little girl's growing up, right? And which is, it's always the worst. Ugh. But at the end, when he went up to Ollie and he said, let me see that fossil.
I hated that scene.
And then
so
he was
much.
like, this is a really nice fossil.
Yeah, because women are property.
And then he says, I'm glad it's in good hands.
This is one of the worst scenes in television history.
Get out now.
It was one of the worst scenes in television history. I can't tell you.
Glad there's fossils in good hands.
Yeah. When he handed it's lit like whenever you get a dude who does this thing where it's like, I have no problem with the treat my daughter well. I have no problem with it.
I think it's beautiful.
But whenever you compare women to property, it is just, it's not going to go well. And I don't know why they thought they could get away with it here. Maybe because they know their audience. I couldn't believe how bad that scene was. And that scene left, like, there were some really good scenes in this episode. I love how Nathan
went from, I don't want these two to even talk to each other, to comparing at the end to Allie being in good hands.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yes. Like a rock.
He went from don't look at her to good hands.
That's right.
Crazy.
Nailed it. Yeah. When Calls the Heart regularly sends me to Google to look up historical inaccuracies. Like this show is like routinely just inaccurate. And that's fine because we've talked about how if you do it for the right reasons and you're consistent with it, then I don't have a problem with it. It's when you do random stuff that fits your narrative that drives me nuts. This week, When Calls the Heart allowed me to learn something about history that I did not know. Oliver finds this fossil in the park, and I was like, what are the odds that a dinosaur fossil is right near the surface in the 1920s in Canada? And I will say this, it probably wouldn't have been. There wouldn't have been a dinosaur fossil in like the topsoil. However, I learned about the Great Canadian Dinosaur Rush of the 1920s. Yeah. In the 1910s, there were some fossils discovered of a lot of different types of dinosaurs in Alberta, which is very near where this show probably takes place. In the 1920s, Canada had the Great Canadian Dinosaur Rush, where paleontologists flocked to this area of the country to dig for dinosaur fossils. This is a real thing that actually happened in the time that When Calls the Heart existed. And I was fascinated to find out that When Calls the Heart is playing in real history here. It is a real thing that actually happened. And you would think,
if you believe dinosaurs actually happened, yes.
We'll get to there in the Wait What's. The great Canadian dinosaur rush of the 1920s. Shout out When Calls the Heart for doing it right.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to get to a rapid fire wait what? And Hopes and Valleys here on Deck the Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark, When Calls the Heart. Stupid. So dumb.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're talking about When Calls the Heart Season 13, Episode 5. It's time for the Wait What. So we're talking about what in this episode made us go, wait, what? Jax?
I'll just say one because I think you boys will cover the rest. I have faith. Allie is, of course, surprised, a little bit perplexed and annoyed that Judge Avery is going on what she thought was a date with them. Fine.
A fossil digging date.
A fossil date, like you do.
You know the
I'm
classic.
sure you guys do that.
It's in
with
good
your
hands.
It's typically fourth or fifth date material, but
That's right.
You're in good hands and doing fossils. When she comes home and she's late for supper, and she looks at her dad and she's like, Judge Avery was there. Like, how dare you think that it was just me and Ollie?
that's right.
And I was actually a little bit like, a girl well played.
Yeah.
Pretend that you thought he was going to be there.
Pretend that was the plan the whole time.
That was the plan the whole time.
I'm glad he was there.
Yeah.
I'm glad he was there. Gaslight your father.
Yeah.
I was here for it.
I
because, yes,
totally would have
also
shown
hate
up had I
behavior.
known Judge Avery was going to be digging fossils with us.
Dad,
Yeah.
Judge Avery was there.
That's right.
I was like, this is so funny. But I was like, girl, you go ahead, go off. I would have done the same thing as a teenager if boys had liked me.
Oh, get out of here.
Okay, all the girls. I will say all the girls from Mount Carmel that ended up coming out later on in life were the ones giving me titty twisters on the basketball bus. So I don't care. Anyway.
What a sentence. What a sentence and all.
We can't record this early ever again. We get the filthiest Jacks that we ever.
7:30 a.m.
It was on the basketball
It was
bus.
on the basketball bus.
Well, let's get to really quick. The Edie and Lucas, wonderful chemistry. They're moving this desk, right? And at one point she does yell pivot, and I'm like, are they going to do a
Went
full Friends
straight
bit?
out of Friends.
Yes.
Pivot.
But
yeah.
they're like halfway up the stairs, right? And they get just past a point to where there's now walls. And she goes, I told you it was too wide. As they're like clearly in the, like they're making it. It's not that it was too wide. It's too heavy. It's like, there's a lot of things you can say there, but it is without a doubt not too wide, because we can see that you are past the point to where if it was too wide, it wouldn't go any further. So good try, but it does fall on top of him, right? Which is funny. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, maybe we should pay movers or whatever to move that desk. Is the desk still just lying on the staircase?
Where did the desk end up? Was
Where
a
did
big
it?
one.
It just wild. And then how did Rosemary get a panic attack ridden Lee to Faith?
Nothing like walking when you're having chest pains. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Huh.
They have a car. The Lee has
They're
a car.
rich.
Okay.
So they walked out of the car. She drove it. He teaches her how to drive.
All right, great.
There you go. So,
Where's that car parked?
I don't know. So that's a great question.
'Cause
There's one traffic light. Maybe they got held up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they went right through it. All right, fair enough. All right, go ahead.
So I just want to be clear, and this is less of a wait what and more just a shout out to all the super duper conservative folks watching When Calls the Heart. Evolution now canon in Hope Valley.
Yes.
The Scopes Monkey trial, 1925,
Oh my gosh.
when they started teaching evolution in the States in schools and got everybody so upset that you weren't teaching creation. In 1922 in Hope Valley, they wouldn't have it any other way. They're like, this is a mosasaur from millions of years ago. And it was the biggest record scratch of all time.
No one's eyebrows raised at all.
No.
The biggest record scratch of all time is no one in that town went, You really think dinosaurs existed millions of years ago? On a prairie in the West? Are you kidding me? Rev Canfield didn't bust through the door with a Superman outfit on
Right.
when they said millions of years ago? Guys, do you know where and when you are in time?
Yeah.
The idea that in the western part of North America, you would just say millions of years and everybody be like, yep, that's right, is hilarious. And it's canon, guys. I'm sorry. If you're conservative and watching that and listen to this, first of all, God bless you. But second of all, it's canon. Evolution, dinosaurs existed millions of years ago, and the folks in Hope Valley know it.
They're ahead of their time.
They really
Crazy.
are. In every
always happen.
possible way.
I know that it was supposed to be sexy banter between Edie and Lucas. And she says, I'm sure you've got better things to do. And he says, I'm not sure I do. You're the governor. You 100%. You're the governor who is like just skirting your responsibility entirely to govern an entire province. Let's call it Alberta. Have you seen how big Alberta is? To stay in a small town, flirt with Edie, and do nothing. You want her to share an office with you, so you
To
can.
be honest, that's the energy I want,
Yeah,
though.
you can. Yeah, but you want to share an office with her, so you can literally also not govern, and you have so many better, more important things to do. I want to be very, very clear about that. Hope Valley is the smallest town in existence to ever house 2 mayors and a province governor at the same time. You have things to do, and we're acting like you don't.
Have you seen her eyes behind those peepers?
I mean, no, listen, I'm not here to say you made the wrong decision. I am here to say that I'm not going to let anyone forget this is, guys, the governor. He should be in Capital City. Let's not act like he should be anywhere else. Hey, did Elizabeth make a whole brisket for just her and LJ? She make a whole packer brisket. Those things run 9 to 13 pounds, and she just fired one up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. That's a lot. That's a lot to do.
And Nathan declined.
And Nathan's like, brisket,
'Cause
never heard
noodles.
of her. I don't like, what are you taught? Like a whole,
I think at like a cool 4 p.m. it seemed like.
The sun was high in the sky, and she's like, well, my 6-year-old, he should eat at least 8 to 10 pounds of this. What in the world? It's a Tuesday, Elizabeth. Just reheat something. Are you kidding me? A whole brisket? Is it Sunday dinner? Is the whole family coming over?
You gotta.
And then at one point, I believe it's Gowan, but it may be Rev Canfield says, I think it's Canfield, who like, those boys are out there. No, it's Gowan.
Okay. Here we go.
Their boys are out there. Like, can you believe Toby and Cooper out there planning? And Gowan says, you can't teach character.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Yes, stop it.
No,
Stop.
I track that because it's Gowan saying it, which is hilarious to me.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but like, yes, people are born good. There is goodness inside of people, but you can nurture that through the words that you say and the actions that you do and the example that you give. Are you kidding me right now? The idea that some people are born with it and some people aren't. Get bent, Gowan.
No, that's how Gowan.
Get out of here.
That's how Gowan sleeps at night. He's like, there's nothing I can do. I wasn't born with character.
Evil.
That's why I killed all those people.
I couldn't believe. I mean, as much as I was excited to hear that evolution is canon, then to turn around and hear that you can't teach character is like the most
and the fossils in good hands.
Weirdly like 1920s racist thing I've ever heard. I just couldn't believe it. Oh my gosh, guys.
Although he pulled it off because he's so good.
Yeah,
so good.
I was like, dude, you said it, brother.
Yeah.
All right, really quick, hopes and valleys. Go ahead, Jax.
My valley is that I feel like this is going to be a mess with Gowan's son, and it's going to make me sad, honestly. So I'm not looking forward to it. And my hope continues to be in Edie and Gwen, bring it on all day, give them all the lines, give them a scene together. Why don't you?
Why don't you? My valley is also Gowan related, and it is because I'm conflicted on what I want to happen, right? Because on one hand, there is a story where Gowan, once again, he can't teach character. So he's bad to his core. We know that about him.
Yeah, of course.
He's been covering it up for a while now. But when he has the opportunity to go bad again, cover up his son's sins. Blame it on the boys.
That's right.
Like Gowan can be bad again, which is all
right.
that I've ever wanted,
man.
right?
It would be awesome.
But on the other hand,
bad for the right reason.
I know Abigail's coming back next season, and there's nothing that I want more than a Gowan-Abigail love story. That's all that I want.
Abigail.
That's all.
We're doing that.
All
We're recording
I
that right
want.
now.
If he covers up for his son, that's going to make that love story pretty difficult to achieve. And so I'm torn on what I want to happen, because at my heart of hearts, I know Gowan's at his best when he's bad.
Gowan murdered Abigail's husband, so I think we can do anything.
But on the other hand, there's nothing like I just want to see those two just kind of just get together. So
yeah,
Dan.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't care about the fire, and I don't care about Oliver and Allie. So I'm at a little bit of a crossroads here, because I still don't believe this season is doing anything that I care about. Although the periphery stuff has been really better this week. So I don't know. Maybe this is it's all downhill from
Maybe
here.
it's all downhill. We did, everybody. Congratulations.
What's calling my
Jax,
heart?
do we have time for What's Calling My Heart?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
Great. This is from Serena. You can email us. We still have 3 slots open for What's Calling My Heart.
Wow.
Email us, hello@deckthehallmark.com. Tell us what's calling your heart. 3 slots for this season. Hi, Bran, Dan, and Jax. This is from Serena.
Hi.
I'm writing to you from the plane on my way to Hawaii. I just finished listening to an episode of DTH and figured this was a good time to write in. What's calling my heart is this trip I'm on with my parents. Last time I wrote in, it was 2021, and you guys had gotten me through the hard days of COVID times and a few family losses, human and a beloved pet. A lot's changed since then. We became caregivers for my now 90-year-old grandmother with Parkinson's. I officially moved back to my hometown. I got a new job working in theater. I entered my 30s, and my dad was diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer. All this combined, you can imagine that my mom, dad, and I don't get a lot of relaxed quality time together. We haven't spent more than a couple hours, just the 3 of us, in over 4 years. But my mom is just retired. My dad's feeling in a stable enough space that we start another round of radiation upon our return home. And my aunt, who also loves you guys, flew in from New Zealand to be able to take care of my grandma.
G'day.
This means my mom, dad, and I are getting 6 days in paradise, a kind of vacation
Yes.
we've never gotten. So much of our circle has also given us support to be able to make this trip incredibly meaningful and special. I am just filled with so much gratitude, and I am so excited to experience Hawaii for the first time, eat amazing food, laze by the beach, and just breathe in company with my parents. I recognize how precious this moment is, and I intend to soak it all in. Lots of love, Serena. P.S. My 79-year-old dad brought his Navy vet backpack and added a luggage tag. It says beach, please. I am
cute.
certain he does not know it's a pun, and we're not telling him because it delights us too much. What an email. Serena, God bless you. Fantastic.
I think this is a Serena that I know, and I adore her. If you are the Serena, you know who you are. Hi.
Serena Williams. Yeah.
Serena.
I do adore her, too.
Serena Williams, a big DTH fan.
Big fan.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be back next week with our regularly scheduled Wednesday program.
That's
so
the
coming
plan
back
right
for that. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray and that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, go to deckthehallmark.com. Follow us on the socials at Deck the Hallmark. Leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, and then join the best corner of the internet, BrambleJamPlus.com. What do you get? You get ad-free podcasting. You get live video watch-alongs. You get movie chats and so much more. Do it right now.
Bye.